coming to the stage next. He met Josh Wolf once. And he runs the International Dope Show that happens here every month. Please be hands for Tyler Smith.
How we all doing, Spokane? Hell yeah. I feel like my energy is higher than your guys'. Sorry to disappoint. Josh Wolf is not going to sneak out in the next 10 minutes. Are you guys bummed? So sorry. They pulled me instead. I was really excited to be here to see Josh Wolf. I did have tickets for tonight's show. Should have read those terms and conditions when I bought that ticket. God damn it. But, you know, they called me yesterday to fill in for them. I drove here all the way from Seattle, which I just learned nobody fucking likes. So glad I came here to entertain you. I left my big, dumb, gay city to come here. And y'all fucking hate it. Fuck. Oh, it's good. I hate it too. It's okay. I'm stoked to get out of Seattle. It's a rough time right now in that place. It's looking rough. It looks like a dystopian wasteland, like an alternative timeline almost. Because like it looks like Germany had won the war. Because you just see like these futuristic self-driving cars with swastikas on the side of them, and you're like, what the fuck is happening to this city? Feels safe. No, I'm just kidding. Scary. It's rough times. It's getting dangerous. I've been living there a long time. I used to live in the neighborhood of Northgate. All right. Northgate, if you don't know, is the part of town you live in Seattle when you're not doing too well. It's a rough part of town. It's scary there. When I was living there, a guy got shot in front of my building. He got shot 9 times. And I thought it was just some guy's car not starting. It's just like, fucking get out of there! Bummed me out when I found out it was just a dude who got shot 9 times. He lived. But it just made me sad. It bummed me out because I've been living in Seattle for a long time, and I just remember a time in Seattle when people used to only shoot themselves. All right, you guys will be fun. I had to get out of Northgate. I got my shit together and I moved to a better neighborhood. I live in Green Lake now. Hell yeah. It's if you guys don't know, that's about 5 blocks from Northgate. But it has done wonders to my self-esteem. It is definitely a richer neighborhood. I learned that. I used to brag about being the richest guy in Northgate, but now I feel like I am definitely the poorest person in Green Lake. I figured that out because I live in an apartment, and when I came outside of it, my next door neighbor who was in his house, he was standing outside of it, and there's police activity there. And I was like, what's going on, bro? What are the cops here for? And he told me that while he went to work, he was gone for 8 hours, and during that time, I guess before he left his house, he forgot to close his garage door. So a homeless man just went straight into his house and became him for 8 hours. I was like, oh, what a fucking nightmare. What'd he do? Did he take hella shit? Did he trash your place? And he goes, this motherfucker drank $700 of my wine. $700 in 8 hours? Jesus Christ. I was impressed. I was like, Jesus, dude. And then I started doing the math in my head. I was like, wait a second, $700. You mean to tell me this guy drank 70 bottles of wine? How's that even possible? Was he just pouring them out and swimming in it? What's going on? You just come home to a bloated corpse? Like, he goes, no, it wasn't that many. It was 3 bottles of wine. I was just saving them. I'm like, oh, 3 bottles of wine is $700 in your house? You rich piece of shit. I hope he comes back and eats your whole family tonight. So I spray painted a swastika on his car and left. Just how we handle our neighbors in Seattle. It's getting rough though in Seattle. It got so bad for a while that Seattle literally, our crime was through the roof. That for a point there, actual citizen, a civilian, a regular nerd of Seattle turned vigilante and donned on his own superhero costume and became Seattle's superhero. For a period in time, we had our own superhero protecting our streets by making some noise. Do you guys know who Phoenix Jones is? Oh my God, that should be everybody. For everybody who has no idea who I'm talking about, so there was this dude, his name was Phoenix Jones. He got unmasked on TV, his whole story's been revealed. He was a former MMA fighter. He used to put on this rubber suit. He looked just like Batman, and he would go out defending the streets of Seattle the only way he knew how, which was by individually beating the shit out of fentanyl addicts on the sidewalk. And we loved him for it. We still love him. Somebody got rescued by Phoenix over there. Everybody gets one. He was great. He didn't have any superhero gadgets. He didn't have any superhero abilities. He just had a really good knowledge of the Washington state laws. Because we have a law in this state called the Mutual Combat Law, which means that you can challenge anybody you want in the state of Washington to a street fight, and you guys are legally allowed to fight each other on the street as long as there's a police officer there to referee your fight. Now you might think that caveat would put a halt to a lot of these street fights, but no. Those cops will stop active pursuits to watch you get the shit kicked out of you. We got another mutual combat? I will be there in 2 minutes. Just fuck this bank robber. I don't give a fuck. There's nothing in there but pennies anyways. Cops would show up. They would film every one of Phoenix Jones' encounters. They would love it. They're just in the background like, you're gonna fight this guy today? Hell yeah. How about I film you doing it? They're just volunteering. In the background of every Phoenix Jones video is a police officer yelling, "World Star!" It's just, it's great. He would do that. He would beat the shit out of these fentanyl addicts, and they weren't fair fights. I don't know if you've ever seen an MMA fighter versus a fentanyl addict, but put your money on the MMA fighter. It's like he's dancing around him, they're just nodding off halfway through. They start that fentanyl fold, and then he comes up with an uppercut. Fight's always over soon. It's great. We loved him. He was the hero of our city. But his superhero story did come to a tragic end, if you didn't know about it. He actually ended up getting arrested himself. What? Was it for beating the shit out of homeless people? Nope. We were still chill about that. He got arrested because he got caught selling Molly. What type of an M. Night Shyamalan twist is that on a superhero story? Here we all thought he was our savior, but turns out he was just single-handedly taking out his competition on the sidewalk with the help of the Seattle Police Department, filming it the entire time. Not being the hero we wanted, but the hero we deserved. Such a tragedy. In Green Lake, I live off of a street. I live off of Aurora. Does anybody know about Aurora? Is that Reputation? Okay. All right, so if you guys don't know about Aurora, Aurora is the street in Seattle where you can buy hookers. You can buy hookers from, it's 99 or Aurora. It's from 99th and 40th to 140th. There is a hooker on the side of the street. It's 100 blocks to sink your cocks, is what they call it. There's so many of them. It is unbelievable. It got really bad during the pandemic, and these hookers would, they are traffic stoppers, you know what I mean? Like, I don't mean they're good looking. I mean they stand in fucking traffic. In the middle of the street trying to sell you their meat. It's so fucking gross. It's like, bitch, get off the street. Sell your pussy on the curb, for fuck's sakes. They do it all the time. There was this other guy. There was this video that came out. I don't know if you guys saw it on the news, but some kid, he was driving his car along 99 and he pulled off on the sidewalk to hit a couple of the hookers. He just did a little GTA move. He wasn't a superhero, but he did get the name Prius Jones. It stuck for a while. Okay. That was a real long route to get to that pun. Oh, well. So I don't know if you guys heard about me before, but if you do know about me, I run this show called The Dope Show. Thank God, 5 people. In a room of 200. It's only been going on here monthly for 10 years, but glad you guys are all Josh Wolf fans. It's a fun show if you have no idea what it is. It's a show I get to run. It's a comedy show where I bring out some of my favorite performers. They perform, and then I get them really high on marijuana, and then they try to perform again. It's a fun comedy show if you're into NASCAR purely for the car crashes. That is the only part of that you like. You should check out The Dope Show. It's a lot of fun if you like seeing a live panic attack. I get to do that show everywhere where marijuana has been legal. I travel with it everywhere. Everywhere that has legal marijuana. And a few places that I didn't do enough research on. That was... It's happened a few times. One time I got booked to do The Dope Show in Idaho. I didn't know, I'm from the West Side. I thought Idaho was part of the Northwest Collective. I thought we were all tight as fuck. But apparently it turns real MAGA once you get past Spokane. I had no idea. Just a red state where marijuana is completely illegal. You can't even have it. It's completely outlawed there. So when we had the show ready to go, I'm like, how are we going to get away with smoking weed? We can't even fucking have weed here. And they were like, well, we got an idea. What we're going to have you guys do is we'll have you perform, and then you'll get in your cars, and you'll drive across the bridge. And then you can smoke your drugs in Washington. And then you get all high there, and then you get back in your vehicles, and you drive back over to Idaho. And you can just finish the show here. And I'm like, that sounds responsible. Let's do that. That was the day we started having waivers on the show. Like coincidence. I do get to tour all over. I get to go all over Canada because Canada legalized marijuana across the entire country. Yeah, hell yeah. Do you guys like Canada? But not Seattle? Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. There's no reason to like them and not us. I'm just kidding. It's cool. You can hate us. Canada, they really don't like us right now. Whenever I go up there, it's a trip. I just tell people I'm Canadian now. But I don't know if you guys know this, but our neighbors to the north in British Columbia, they decriminalized all drugs. I normally do The Dope Show. That's when everybody cheers, because everybody I perform in front of is addicts and drug addicts. But this is a new experience for me. Just a bunch of nice people I could borrow piss from if I need to, I'm guessing. I might need some piss, just so we'll be friends. Follow me on Instagram. So, Canada decriminalized all drugs, which is really exciting for somebody that looks like me. When I went to Canada, but it doesn't really mean anything when they say they decriminalize. It just means that it's street legal, I guess. But it doesn't mean that you're gonna go into a shop and find all the stuff you want. But you would be wrong. Because in Canada, they have opened up stores all over Vancouver that sell every type of drug. And they have big billboards and signs above them that say, "We sell all the drugs." And in Vancouver, there's a venue that I do The Dope Show at called The Fox, and right next to it is a dispensary, and it was called the Magic Mushroom Dispensary. and it had that sign that said they sell all the drugs. And I was like with my Canadian friends, and I'm like, is that a trap? Is that are there just a bunch of cops in that building? In America, we call this entrapment. Is that what's going on in that shop? I go, yeah, we like decriminalized it so that you can just buy it from the store. And I'm like, it's legal? And they're like, no. It's a fine. You get fined if you sell drugs, but you can only get a maximum of 1 fine a day. So they just eat that fine every day. It's a good system. We call that double jeopardy here in America. Like, hell yeah, Canada, I can see why everybody likes you. So I went in there to buy drugs. I'm gonna do the research for everybody in this room. I wanna let the story end there. Even though looking around, I feel like a lot of you would let the story end there. But not me. Went right into that shop. It was like a clean pharmacy-looking establishment. There's just one guy working behind the counter. And I was like, yo, bro, you got a sign that says you sell all the drugs. Can I just buy a couple of them from you? Like, what's going on? And he goes, no, I'm sorry, dude. I don't recognize you. You can't buy any drugs from here. You have to be a member of our dispensary to be able to shop here. It's like, there's always a catch. I'll have a good day. And I went on my merry way, and as I turned around, he goes, wait. But if you want to be a member, I can just sign you up right now. It's like, okay. Yeah, this seems like a pretty small hurdle. Like, it's pretty quick. We can just do it right now. I'm like, okay, let's do that. So I come back, he gives me a form to fill out to be a member, and the form is just a list of rules. It's just the rules of the things you can't do with your drugs after buying them. Like, don't give to kids, don't travel, a bunch of other things. But the bottom of the list were the questions you had to answer to become a member. And the first question was, what is your name? Easy. Second question, what is your email? Okay. Third question, the final question, was what is your medical reason for needing psilocybin? It's like, shit. And I was hovering over that one, like, this seems like the real one. What am I gonna lie about on this third question? And I was hovering for too long. I think the guy knew I was about to lie. And he just leans over and he sees that I'm on the last question. He goes, you can just skip that last question. What? Yeah, we don't make people answer the last one anymore. Like, this seems like the most important question of all the questions. He goes, don't worry about it. Like, okay. So I just put an X through it and I purchased cocaine. I can see so many people about to clap then stop. I know a lot of you were right there with me 20 years ago. Like, has anybody ever bought cocaine in here? Were you brave enough to admit? 2 people. All right, whatever. I've seen the streets of Spokane. A lot more people buy drugs in this city than 2 fucking people, but all right, whatever. We're just pretending in here. That's fine. I've purchased cocaine in America. I will admit to doing a felony. In Seattle, a gram of cocaine is $100 right now. If you don't know, the rates, if it's been a while. It's $100, but it does come with delivery, so that's pretty chill. So in Canada, I'm like, how much is cocaine here in Canada? Because I'm like doing the exchange rate, because their dollar is like, it's like $1.40 for $1. So I'm like, is it like $60 for a gram of cocaine? Or is it like going to be $140 for a gram of cocaine? And he goes, oh, bro, we're actually running a deal on cocaine right now. What? You have deals on cocaine? Yeah, we got so much of it. We're just trying to get rid of it. The deal this week is it's $2 for 7 grams. That shock and awe tell me a lot more people do cocaine in this room. I see faces lighting up, renewing your passport in the dark right now. Holy shit, $2 for 7 grams? I was like, I'm only in Canada for the day, but I'll buy 14 grams of cocaine. That's what we're doing. So I pulled out a couple of toonies, slapped them on the counter. Let's make this deal happen. He slides them off the counter, he leaves, he comes back in the room after being gone for a few minutes. He's holding this fat sack. Brings it out to me, and it's just this big old bag of leaves. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? He goes, it's cocaina. It's the leaf that they make cocaine from. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Do I look like a member of the cartel? I'm not gonna go make fucking cocaine now. How many of these fucking leaves do I gotta snort for 1 line of cocaine? He's like, oh, probably the whole bag, I imagine. It's very weak. Like, fucking got me again, didn't you, Canada? Just took me for my $4 like a sucker. Never been so fucking mad in my life. Took this big dumb bag of leaves and I was sitting in the green room just pulling leaf after leaf, chewing on it. I just looked like the world's angriest koala bear. Just like so fucking mad. At that point, I'm realizing I have no fucking clue what a cocaine plant looks like. That fucking guy could have just gone outside and scooped up some lawn clippings, come back and sold it to my dumbass for $4, and now I'm chewing on it like a fucking idiot alpaca. So I don't do drugs anymore. I'm sober now, which people don't believe whenever I say that. Mostly because they know I run the dope show, and they're like, how are you sober if you run the dope show? Well, I still smoke weed. I don't count that. I've just stopped drinking. I still do mushrooms. I will eat a bag of cocaine if it comes across, as long as it's organic, but that is it. My body is a temple now. It's all natural from here on out. But I've cut out drinking, so I say I'm sober. My friends say you can't say that anymore, so I started telling people that I'm just Northwest sober. You know? It's a nice blanket term, a lot of people get it. They're like, oh, okay. My buddy heard me say I'm Northwest sober, and he just turns to me and goes, I'm Colombian sober. Like, I don't know if that works, but we'll try it. I used to do a lot of drugs. I was a big drug guy. Shocking. I know. We're all like, you? What? Never. I know. I did it. I dabbled. I used to love doing Molly. Does anybody... That was the whitest way I've ever heard anybody say they like Molly. Oh, 3 cheers for Molly. I love it. Oh my God. Spilled my Chardonnay. Looking around, I'm guessing a lot of you haven't done Molly. This guy's got a blazer on. I'm doubting a lot of your guys' drug reputations or resumes. It's cool though. Have you ever done Molly, guy in the front? No. Yeah, you said that so quickly. Are you a politician? What are you doing? Hell yeah, what do you do? Can I ask what you do? Road construction? Oh, okay. Tight. Well, those roads you built, people love doing drugs on them. I used to do Molly a lot. I would do it every weekend. If you don't know what Molly is ecstasy. It's basically ecstasy. Ecstasy was really popular in the 90s, but then it kind of fell out of fashion when it started getting mixed with meth. So they rebranded as Molly. Sales took off. It's been great. You get one Miley Cyrus song and you are back on top. If you'd ever done Molly or ecstasy, the feeling is in the name, ecstasy. It's a lot of fun. Basically, it's the same feeling as an orgasm is what I would like to equate it to. It's like if you're doing body chemistry, if you were gonna pause an orgasm at the peak, when your whole body gets warm and fuzzy and you're like goofy, if you pause that and you live in it for 4 hours, that's Molly. There's no consequences. Do as much as you want. Just kidding. There's a lot of consequences. What's going on? What you're doing is you're chemically taking out a loan on your own happiness, and you're not going to be able to pay it back. So it's a lot of fun in the moment. I used to love doing it. I bring it up because I was at a comedy show and my buddy was at, these ladies love fucking Molly right now. So they're fucking, you bring up drugs and these white ladies can't stop yapping. I will feed you all cocaine after the show, okay? Just give us 10 minutes. What was I talking about? I was at a show and we were doing Molly. Yeah. All right. Man, I know this is a Josh Wolf crowd. You guys probably wanted to do a Q&A or some shit. You just straight up said no. Fuck no. I don't know, the crowd was getting wild and yappy. I'm like, do you want me to talk to you? And he's like, fuck no, back to your material. I took too much of the edible, please don't look at me. I've been there, my friend, I've been there, bro. So I used to do Molly a lot. I was at a comedy show where the comedy did not interact with the crowd at all. Just did their act. Now, my friend was on stage. He was headlining a show, and he was headlining it on his birthday. So I decided to give him a treat. I bought him a shot and sent it up to him while he was on stage. It's a really classy thing to do if you guys are ever at a comedy show. You didn't know, so don't worry. Something to do to let the headliner know he's doing well. But don't worry about it. So, I'm sober now, so just buy yourself a shot. I don't know. Anyways, so I bought my friend a shot, and I sent it up to him, but I was like, it's his birthday, so let's have some fun, you know? Let's turn it up a notch. So I decided to crack open a hit of Molly and put it in his shot, mix it up without him knowing that I did that, and then give it to him without his knowledge, because I'm a really cool friend to have, okay? I felt a lot of you pulling back on me just then when I was telling you about that beautiful birthday present that I gave my friend. He would have loved it. Trust me, we knew each other. I knew his plans for the night. I knew his tolerance levels. This is something he would really enjoy as a surprise hit of Molly. We call those drinks in the industry soft Cosbys. If you're a comedian, you know the term. It's when you drug another friend's drink, but then you don't have sex with them. That's what makes it soft. Anyways, so I bought my friend the shot. I found a hit of Molly on the ground. I picked it up. I put it in his drink. Sent it to him. He got it handed to him from the server. He looked into it. He goes like, oh, thank you. This is really nice. Cheers the crowd. He goes, oh, this is really sweet of everybody. It's my birthday. Hey. And then the crowd, like, you got to keep in mind, he's headlining his hometown on his birthday. So the audience is mostly like friends and family, you know? So they took that moment as like a social cue to run up to the stage and give him the shot that they had also bought him for his birthday. So before he got to do my cool shot, he got handed 6 more identical shots, And he gathered them all up, and then he just put them on the stool that was on stage, and then he just started playing this game of roulette he was not aware about. Now, I was in the back, and I was watching this all go down, and I was just like, oh no. That kind of escalated up there, didn't it? But I'm still in the clear. This is a normal Tuesday night for us comedians, so I'm like, he can handle that. He's a champ. I love him. So he grabs one of the 7 shots, cheers the crowd, shoots it, slams it, goes into his set like a professional. And he had 45 minutes left on stage. Did this right at the beginning. I planned it well. Whatever. So now, the rest of the show is happening, and he's not drinking these shots, but I'm in the crowd trying to get him to drink the shots just to get rid of the fucking felony that's on stage. And I'm like, just changing my voice, walking through the crowd, like, take a shot. Yeah, take a shot. Let's drink shots. Just trying to get him to drink the fucking shots. And finally, he goes, all right, guys, we got a couple minutes left. Let's do some more shots. And he cheers the crowd again. Crowd goes nuts. He goes to shoot it, but he stops. He just sips it. He just gives it a little sip. And he looks at it. He goes, oh my God, you guys, this was really nice of everybody to buy me all these shots for my birthday, but this one's a little too much. I don't know if I can do all these here. Who in the audience wants a shot of whiskey? Dipped into the crowd and started handing out shots of whiskey that may or may not have hits of Molly in it. We don't know at this point. I'm in the back, I'm watching this, and I just go, fuck. I'm fully aware of my friend's tolerance level, but I have no idea about his 3 cousins and auntie. I don't know. Maybe they party. But I didn't know what to do. I was just in the back, and I was helpless in that situation because I felt like going, stop, there's drugs in those drinks. But that felt like a wrong thing to do in a public space, so I just did what any reasonable, rational adult would do if they found themselves in that situation. And I just started putting on my jacket. I don't know if you've ever fucked up a party beyond repair, but sometimes the best route is to retreat. I cannot fix the situation, so I will leave. No, I'm not a monster. I made sure everybody that took the drugs could handle them. I have a good eye for that. It's the best I could do. But my friend, he wraps up the show. He's done. Drinks have been dispersed. I'm in the back. He wraps up. He leaves. The exit on stage is through the back, so he goes out that way and takes him to the alley behind the club. I run around the whole building to go tell him what had happened. Because I'm not a monster. We'll go get charcoal or whatever the fuck. So, yeah, if you ever poison yourself, you eat charcoal. If you don't take home anything tonight, boom. That might not work. Actually, Google that shit. I just killed. Local man found with poison and charcoal in his stomach. Fuck. So as I'm running back to go tell my friend that we had drugged one of his family members, and it was a joint effort, okay? I handed it to him, but he did alley-oop it into the person's mouth. So I'm like working on how to phrase it, and I get to behind the alley where my buddy's at, and he's standing there, and he's on his cell phone, and he's yelling into it. He's screaming. I've never seen him so mad before. I'm like, what are you doing? What's wrong? Who are you yelling at? Is it the police? Are you on the phone with the police? Did somebody tell you what happened inside? I can explain everything. And he goes, no, I'm on the phone, and it's my girlfriend, and she's dumping me, dude. She's dumping me over the phone on my fucking birthday. And then his lip starts quivering, his eyes are filling up with tears, and he stares at me like he's so helpless. And I'm like, oh, fuck, bro, how can I help you, bro? Like, are you okay? What are you feeling right now? What can I do? And he just looks at me and he goes, I feel so amazing right now. I don't know what's going on. Like, oh, thank God. Thank God. like, what did you have to tell me? Nothing. I'll tell you tomorrow. He's fine. He's in a Super Bowl commercial. Anyways, he's happy. Speaking of happy, I'm happy. Back home, I have a lovely. Oh yeah, fuck, that's my signal. So hey, you guys, how are we doing? We good? So this is the part of the show where I'm going to pitch my merch. And if you've ever been to a comedy show, a lot of comedians will sell you T-shirts because they travel well and a lot of people will purchase them and they're cheap and there's a good upsell for it. But not me. I don't do that because I'm a bad businessman. Some comics will bring 40 shirts to sell 20, but not me. I bring 10 things that I sell for $80 a piece. And I need to sell all of them. Can you bring up my merch? So, you might see this mason jar. Thank you, Blade. Make some noise for Blade, everybody. So I sell mason jars for $75. And what this gets you is this special custom dope show attachment. This is from my dope show. If you attach it to the mason jar, it becomes a bong. This is for display only. It will not function as a bong unless you put water and weed in there. I partnered. These are handmade in Spokane. I partnered with a guy I went to college with who developed a company called Bongables. It was a failed fleshlight company. What? It's not the same latex. Calm down. We had the materials. We're like, who do we speak with the most? Stoners. So we made these bongs. If you buy a bong, $75, I'll give you 4 VIP tickets to a dope show so you can smoke weed and see me again. See, some people will sell you a shirt that you'll wear once, but I'll sell you a bong you'll smoke every day for the rest of your life. I at least need to sell one. Anyways, what a bad investment. Okay, they're really cool though. I really do like them. So, as I was saying, I'm a happy guy. Back home, I'm in a happy relationship. I have a girlfriend. Okay. I have a big titty goth girlfriend. Okay. I see where our priorities are. She's a goth girl. Goth girl isn't my preference of choice. It's just kind of my only option in Seattle, so that's what I take. She's a nice lady. She's a proper goth. Every now and then she'll dress up proper and she'll braid her hair. And whenever she does that, I'll give her the pet name Wednesday. You guys get that reference, right? Little Wednesday Addams. It's cute. She didn't get the reference, though. It just went over her head. She didn't get it. I was like, well, she just started calling me Tuesday in response. And I was like, wait, why am I Tuesday? And she just goes, 'cause Tuesday always comes before Wednesday. Uh-oh. You bitch. Well, I'll see you next Tuesday. Is how that works. You try making a goth girl come on SSRIs. Like, it is fucking impossible. I try. It is a cause for contempt because she's bisexual. She's a bisexual woman. Thank you for not cheering that. I'm so sick of these gay liberals cheering every goddamn time I bring up my bisexual girlfriend. It's so good to perform in front of a conservative Christian crowd. Just sitting there quietly judging my girlfriend. that's a shame you're in a relationship with someone you won't be with in heaven. I know, but I'm afraid of commitment, so I date the sinners. She's bisexual. Her being bisexual benefits me in 0 fucking ways. We're never gonna get a threesome. We're never gonna have anything. We can't look at girls as just a cause for contempt, and it just makes me insecure about a lot of things sexually with her, especially going down on her. Cause like, I don't know if anybody's ever dated a bisexual person, but I feel like if you've been with someone of the same sex, that head is probably better than heterosex. Because you have this, fucking thank you for affirming that. Fucking bitches. I noticed no men affirm that. What's up with that? Just women? Okay. What's up, fellas? No. That is my irrational fear that has just been confirmed, that homosexual head is probably better than heterosexual head. So whenever I go down on her, thank you, guy. Whenever I go down on her, I get insecure. It makes me anxious. Whenever I go between her legs, I'm transported to this like pie eating contest. And I'm on a bench of burly lesbians. Each one of them is just face clearing pies, just rubbing it, throwing it aside, and I'm just like, how are they doing it so fast? It's all over their face. Do they have no shame? What's wrong? So I get anxious, so I've just been trying to be a better pussy eater. Because that's my own insecurity. I can't put that on her. The only way that you can get over that is by just being a better one. So you just gotta practice and research. You know? I feel like you guys aren't agreeing with me on that. It's not something I could do on my own. Like, just at home licking my fleshlight. I think I got it this time. I had it turned upside down for the first half hour, but now I got it right. Maybe you can lick on this end and we can meet on the middle. No, all right. Practice and research. The only way you can practice is by doing it. The only way you can research by watching it? I don't know. I feel like that's not the right way to research. You can't watch porn and be like, this is good. Like this, I'm learning a lot right now. It's not gonna help you out. So I did research the only way I know how to do research in this day and age. I asked ChatGPT. I love AI. I use it all the time. I don't know if you guys are against it, but you gotta get with it. Get with the times, or get left in the dust with the rest of the shitty pussy eaters. Just get on board. ChatGPT is great. It always comes back hella positive that you're trying to learn a new thing. It's using emojis to encourage me. I love it. Just starts with a little tongue-licking emoji. Oh, you're learning how to eat pussy, Tyler? Great. I love that you're bettering yourself. Here's what my web research has taught me, and it comes out with some bullet points on how to better your game at pussy eating. Do you guys want to hear that? And then I can get out of here? Okay. Or we could do a Q&A. No, I'm just kidding. So, what do you want to about? Okay. So the first thing ChatGPT told me to do, bullet point number 1, make eye contact while you're down there. Why are you laughing? This is a good fucking point. I'm just like a lot of you. I was just as shocked. I have never made eye contact eating pussy. Who the fuck does that? Exactly. I'm like this guy. I'm just looking around the room. I'm counting ceiling tiles. I'm looking at books on shelves. I'm checking my fingernails for dirt. I'm doing anything but looking at this dumb bitch's face, you know? But you can't do that. You gotta be present. You gotta be in the moment. So now I'm down there. I'm just staring at her. I'm like a psychopath. You just see my head in the bushes peeking out. Just see the top half of my head like I'm some sexy alligator. You know, all the commotions going on under the surface. Just staring at her the whole time. Bullet point number 2. ChatGPT told me to make noises to let her know you're also enjoying yourself. I feel like some of you are also shocked on that one. Much like you, I was silent as a ghost eating pussy. You would never even know I was down there eating pussy. No, you would know I was down there. You would never. You would. No one would hear me. I'm silent. I'm insecure. I don't want people to pound on my wall. How embarrassing. Hear my neighbors go like, don't, keep that pussy eating down there. Crazy kids, I knows we're sinning. So now I try and make noises to let her know I'm having a good time. If you don't know what noises to make, you can borrow the noises that I found. I didn't know what to do, so I've just improvised and started going, nom 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 nom, nom 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 nom. I'm having a good time. It's hella fun down here. We are all enjoying ourselves. I was told never to talk with your mouth full, but this is the moment where manners go out the window. Third point that ChatGPT told me to do was to throw a hand in there. Get your hands involved. Okay, not the whole hand. That guy got too excited. Start with a finger gun and go from there. Let the pussy tell you how many fingers it wants. I've always never thought to use my hands. I've always been leaning on them, just holding my head up, you know. Holding my hand up to make sure we're doing the same amount of time on each other. Not a minute more. We're an even household. So I do all these things, and honestly, it has been helping the pussy eating game. Thank you for applauding. I was so vulnerable. You guys were just like, I fucking knew guys from Seattle couldn't eat pussy. God damn it. I've been doing all this research, I've been practicing, and honestly, it has been helping my pussy eating game. We've been doing it a lot lately, at least once a week. I try not to spoil her. But we were doing this the other week, and when we were done, we have this little thing where she'll tap me on the head, let me know she's done. I don't know what. That's our code. Everybody has different code words. We just do a little head. And I popped up to crawl up her body to go get my high five that I normally claim after that moment. And as I was going up her body, I was stuck in her midriff. I'm like, I'm stuck. What the fuck? How am I stuck here? And I looked around, and I realized that when I was distracted by making eye contact and noises that I didn't notice when I was using my hands, that I had shoved half of my hair into her vagina. And she was just gripping it, and I was like, oh no! Baby, don't look down right now! And then I just reached down and I tugged my hair out of her like I was pulling hair out of a shower drain. Just that long cord of a bloop. Came out all chunky, wet, and soft. Baby, I should have cream pied you before we did this. Oh, God. So nasty. I just gave you the old caveman Tampax. It was at that moment that I had realized this is why lesbians cut their hair short, right here. This is why they do it. My name's Tyler Smith. Thank you guys so much. Sorry, I'm gonna get